Hello, my name is Ravindra Ramole and I'm going to present a attack demonstration using Kali, Linux and detect them using OSSIM VM. So here is the setup. I have installed OSSIM VM on a virtual box and installed Kali Linux as a attacker system and installed Metasploitable 2 as a attack receiving system as it exposes the vulnerabilities, and these two are used for testing environment for penetration testing. So I have installed virtual OSIM virtual machine, and the network for these three system are the internal network, and these three system are in the same internal network so that they can be pinged from one another and they are in the same network. So I have installed OSIM and configured it. So here we can see this is a OSIM web page uh, hosted on IP address 192.168.0.181, and for our Kali Linux system I have assigned uh, IP address 192.168.0.182, and for Metasploitable I have assigned IP address 192.168.0.182, and for Kali it is 183 at last. Okay, so after that, in the OSIM configuration I have added this IP address for Metasploitable and this IP address for Kali system. So as we have added this IP addresses here in agentless, we can detect the security events generated for these systems. And I have also added as a HIDS agent. So this HIDS I have installed on the Metasploitable separately. So using that also we are receiving the security events. So we'll first will demonstrate the first attack. So for that I will shift to this real-time security events screen and will perform my attack from the Kali Linux. So the first attack we are going to perform is the recon attack. So recon attacks is performed to gain the all the vulnerabilities in the targeted system. So we are using nmap command to get all the vulnerabilities in the target system. So we know the IP address of our target system. So we have added the command nmap -v hyphen script 1 and the IP address of the targeted host machine. So we are running this command now. So we can see that uh, it gives us all the open ports on the targeted host machine. So we can see the ports open on the targeted host machine, and we can perform attack on this particular ports. Okay, uh, so we have performed this attack here. So we must have got an alert in our OSSIM. So here we can see that there are multiple uh, alerts we are getting for the attack we have performed. So here we can see the source IP is 192.168.0.183, which is our Kali system, and the destination IP is 192.168.0.182. So and the event name is it is can possible nmap user agent observed. So here we can see all the details of the event, the source IP, the destination IP, and the time of attack. So we are getting the multiple alerts for the attack we have performed. So we'll still be getting these alerts for some time. So the second attack we are going to perform is uh, attack to get the web server vulnerabilities. So the web server is responsible for handling the request from the end client. So if there are any vulnerabilities in the web server, attacker can get advantage of it. So we can detect the web vulnerabilities using the command nicto. So nicto is a tool to scan the web server vulnerabilities. So here the command we are running nicto -h and the IP address of the target system. So after running this command, will this will scan the web server vulnerabilities on the host machine for which we have provided this IP address. So here we can see it has scanned the web vulnerabilities and it is showing us like the PHP reveals potentially sensitive information via certain HTTP requests that contain specific query string. PHP reveals potential sensitive, so it is the same vulnerability it is showing. Like that, it is showing vulnerability for the MySQL database should be protected or limited authorized hosts. Apache default file found, so it has also shown us the directory php admin directory found. PHP admin is the managing SQL database and it should be protected. So here we can see all the web server vulnerabilities are scanned, and we can see here the targeted host machine. So we must have got an alert for the attack we perform here. So here we can see that it is still showing the alert for the previous attack we have performed. It will show this alert for some time, and after that we will get alert for the uh, web server vulnerability attack that we have performed. So it is taking some time. We'll wait for it because there are too many alerts received from the previous attack that we have performed. So it will the previous alerts will stop. And yes, yeah, we have got the alert here that ET web server possible CVE attempt in headers. So the source IP is for the Kali one and the destination is the Metasploit IP address. So we'll see the details of the attack. So we can see that the security event is ET web server possible CVE 2014-6271 attempt. The source IP and the destination IP, and this is the current time, and it is also showing us the payload. And in payload we can see here the Nikto tool name. Okay, so in this way we have detected the Nikto web server vulnerabilities can attack on the OSSIM. So the next attack we are going to perform is this attack we are going to perform is like it is from the uh, basic level, like if we don't know which host system we need to target. So for that we'll first need to check the active host system in the network. So for which we are using this command nmap -e eth0 -sn -n-v -reason -open and -exclude 192.168.0.181, which is our OSSIM IP, and 183 which is our Kali IP. So we are excluding these two IPs from the scan and giving the range from which we need to find the IP address of the active host system. So it is from 0 to 250. So we are running this command. So it is scanning the host. So it has scanned 249 hosts from the given range, and we can see that the nmap scan report for 192.168.0.182. So we have found that there is a one active host system in the range of IP addresses we have given, that is 192.168.0.182. So now we can target this active host system. So to target the active host system, we'll first get the vulnerable services on that particular host system. So for that we'll again run the nmap scan on it using the command nmap-sv and the target host system address we just found. So it is now scanning the ports and open services, and it has given us all the open ports, the respective service of that port and the version of that particular service. So here we can see that the open service is FTP and its version is VSF TPD. So we are going to attack this VSF TPD and we are going to access it. So for that we will open another terminal and we will run the command msf console. In this way we will enter into the msf console. And we'll use the exploit service for VSFTPD, and we'll try to exploit this VSFTPD backdoor. So need to set the parameters for it. So it is saying we need to set the rhost. Rhost means the targeted host system IP address. So we are entering that, and that will run the command exploit. And here we have entered into the backdoor. Yeah, so here we are in the root of Metasploitable using the vulnerability. We have exploited the backdoor, and we are in the now root of the Metasploitable operating system. So it must have generated an security event in our OSSIM. So here we can see that the event has gone. So yeah, let's get the event using the filter. Yeah, so here is that event. So the event is saying like AV rules FTP password detected in clear text. So we have detected the backdoor entry that has been done using the attacker, and here is the source IP, destination IP, and the details of the event and the time of the event. So the next attack we are going to perform is on the MSF console only. So we'll open the new terminal and go to the MSF console. So MSF console has loaded now. Yeah, so we are now going to exploit the Unreal IRC server. IRC is a server used for chatting application, and Unreal is the one of the chatting um, application server. So we are going to use that exploit service to enter into the backdoor for our MSF exploitable. Meta exploitable. So we are using that service, and we are setting the R host. R host is a target host IP address, and we are using the command exploit to enter into the backdoor. So it is now running, sending backdoor command. Okay, so now we have entered into the backdoor. Yeah, so here we are in the root of the Unreal. So the attack has been successfully performed, and here we are in the root of the Unreal. And with this type of attack detects an alarm in the OSSIM. So here we can see the alarm. We'll go into the details of it. So the alarm detected is AV Freed Policy IRC chat usage of host 192. So we have performed the attack on the IRC server, and we are able to detect it using our OSSIM. We can see the attacks details. Okay, so in this way we have performed this different type of attacks from the basic to the complex, where we have entered into we have find the open host system and vulnerabilities in and entered into the backdoor using that vulnerabilities. Thank you.